The eyes, the soul, the spirit, 2. I find myself staring at 6 and 7, the land of demons and the paradise of angels. I stare at them intensely. One is on a door to the left, the other on a door to the right. My left eye, which harbors the spirit, sees the door of 3 6s to the left. And my right eye, which contains the soul, sees the door of 7 to the right. I try to open the door to the right, but it is locked. The door of the 666 is unlocked, but I do not want to open it. I look around me. I am trapped in a blank space, with nothing around me except whiteness. Shall I stay in purgatory for an eternity? Or do I want to risk going into a horrible existence regardless? I decide to open the door on the left, but not to enter it. I open the door and stare down its insides. I see a land of fire and helpless screams. There are what appear to be demons flying around. I hear ominous laughter from behind me. I slam the door shut and turn around quickly. I see something that scares me. It is my own shadow, but it is distorted to look like a monstrous form of my body. The shadow starts to talk in the same ominous voice I heard earlier. Your eyes have chosen, so bold, the land of the soul. Your spirit is told that it will have to fold the freedoms it stole. In your life you have stolen other lives, and below you will find that one strives to rise. Their spirits cry out to a serious cloud, one whose reign shall be your bane. At this point, I break down in tears. I have been judged. I know my spirit and soul are destined for a hell unimaginable to the psyche. But what is this? I turn around and my eyes see both doors fly open. The door to the right is glowing in a white light. I faint. But what is this? I'm still conscious? I see a ghost of myself floating away from my body. I also see a ball of pure light floating away from me. The ghost is dragged towards the door to the left, and the ball of light to the door on the right. My eyesight is moved to the ghost and the ball of light at the same time. I can see red and white enclosing my sight at the same time. I lose consciousness completely. I wake up. The first thing I notice is that I am in a room filled with darkness. I look behind me, and there stands the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. She looks at me sadly. In a wondrous tone, she speaks to me. Do not worry, child. I have forgiven you for your sins. This is your second life. You will have to try again in a new life. What happens to this current life, you may ask? I'm sorry to say this, but your consciousness, your spirit, will be trapped in purgatory with your previous life, and your soul will be reborn into a different life. You will live in the dreams of your new life. This was your second chance. Your first chance will be with you in your dreams. You will know who she is. Your third and final chance will be your saving grace. It will not fail. You must not believe it will fail. I remember every dream of my new life. The only constant in this dream is a girl with dark hair and glasses. This must be my previous life. I try interacting with her constantly through the dreams. Sometimes I succeed, and she tells me about her previous life, while I tell her of mine. We soon become good friends. Eventually we notice a small, short, blonde-haired boy appearing as a constant in the dreams. We deduce this must be our current life. We soon learn to be careful not to talk to him. Every time we get close to him, the surroundings turn a scary, demonic red, and the boy gets scared as if having a nightmare. We watch the boy grow. Through the days of his life and the dreams which we are in, he grows, from a child to a teenager to a young adult. We see him every day in his dreams. Eventually he gets very sick. We know the end is near. We know he will soon die. Our fates will be decided then. He finally has succumbed. He wakes in the same room as I was in when I died. Only both my past life and myself seem to be a part of him. His spirit and his soul. He stares, zombie-like, at the door to the left. The woman I saw way back at the end of my life appears, looking painfully depressed. She starts speaking. I am so sorry, child. I wanted you in your past lives to make it. I really wanted them to. At this point, I felt something shift. I noticed that all three memories of our lives had combined together. I remember everything about both of their lives, and like myself, they had done a lot of things they weren't proud of. I started to feel depressingly sad. I could not handle the pain of one bad life, much less three. The door on the left opens, and the woman slowly morphs into a big, red horned demon. He started speaking in a very evil tone that sent shivers down my spine. You have taken your lives three to be all that you wanted to be, a shameless cretin who is destined to be eaten by the merciless fires and the bells of hell. I felt the ghostly form of all three of our lives being removed from the blonde-haired man's body. We fused together to form one ball of pure, dark red. The demon took the orb and dragged it through the door on the left. 3 persons, 3 chances, 3 failures, and 3 punishments. It worsens, 3 glances, infinite dangers, hopeless treatments. I had 3 chances at life, 3 chances at divine happiness, and I failed.